From the day we are born, others create records detailing our life. As children, we are noted by birth and baptismal certificates and school records. And as we go through life, more records are established pertaining to health, education, finances, insurance, and genealogy. These records serve current and recurring needs, and collectively, an individual's records tell the story of a life. What records do you have? Do you have information about yourself, your spouse, children, parents, your health, property, debts, friends, and other important persons in your life? And if so, have you organized this information that is accessible to you and others in the future, or is it all left to chance? My name is Dale Farmer, and I'm a member of the Mandarin United Methodist Church Endowment Committee. The purpose of the Endowment Committee is to encourage members and friends to plan for life's events. To that end, another member of our committee, Tom Winshurst, has written a Do You Care challenge based on the premise that if you care about your spouse, your children, your friends, your parents, and yourself, then you will spend time thinking, planning, retaining, and recording important information. Whether it is your life or my life, documents record events that preserve our own history or legacy. And like it or not, the choices we make during a lifetime are recorded for posterity. Now, this isn't a new revelation. The Bible is filled with people whose lives have become a legacy for modern Christians. It is a legacy of hope. The Bible resonates and comes alive when we identify with the people in it. People like David, Peter, Mary, Moses, and Noah. All exhibited human traits and frailties that we see in ourselves. Like us, each had their own issues to deal with. Some were eager followers, others were reluctant servants. They weren't perfect, but God used them to better His kingdom, and He is using us too. Now let's fast forward 2,000 plus years to today. With the Industrial Revolution in the rearview mirror, our society finds itself traveling at hyperspeed through the information and communications age. Computers allow us to record and retain more records between birth and death than ever before. An area of increasing importance is the retention of health records. Modern-day research attributes many health issues to the genes we have inherited. Each of us is unique, and as we have our own genetic history, by compiling our own genealogy, we may be able to spot tendencies for certain ailments and take the necessary precautions to mitigate or prevent those ailments. Education and employment records are also important. Education transcripts are needed for college admissions and diplomas, while employment records form the basis for future Social Security and retirement benefits. As for financial records, most of us start with very little, but over time we accumulate property and assets. It is important to keep income tax returns, property appraisals and deeds, investment histories, and insurance policies in a safe, retrievable location. The same goes for last wills, living wills, trust documents, powers of attorney, and healthcare surrogates. Do you have these documents in order? Who do you want to be the executor of your estate? Should something happen to you and your spouse, who would you appoint as guardian over your children? Should you become incapacitated or disabled, who has power of attorney over your affairs? And should you find yourself in need of medical attention but are unable to give the okay to proceed, have you appointed a healthcare surrogate? This is someone you trust to make medical decisions on your behalf. End-of-life topics like funeral plans are often difficult to discuss, but nonetheless important. What funeral arrangements have you made, and are your loved ones aware of your wishes? No one enjoys the task of making these decisions, but a little planning now may prevent major heartaches and anguish for your loved ones. Lastly, how do you want your assets and estate distributed? Will your family be provided for? A will or trust are important documents for specifying the distribution of your estate. Please know that if you don't make any plans, a government body may determine the final resting spot for your assets, and it is doubtful they will consider your favorite charity or church. As I mentioned earlier, it is the mission of the Mandarin United Methodist Church Endowment Committee to help encourage and educate members of our congregation and community to plan for life's contingencies within the context of an overall estate plan. Many of our members have been kind enough to provide monies and property to the church from their estate. For them, it is a comfort to know that the church will continue long after they are gone. It is a comfort to know that the Word of God will be taught to our children and youth. It is a comfort to know that future pastors and missionaries will be sponsored by our church. It is a comfort to know that people will have a church family to give support and hope when tough times arrive. It is a comfort to be a Christian and play a part in the building of God's kingdom. It is a comfort to leave a lasting legacy. And whether we like it or not, the records we amass over a lifetime describe that legacy. The question is, what kind of legacy will you leave?
For more information on how to get organized or to learn more about the Mandarin United Methodist Church's Permanent Endowment Fund, contact the church's business administrator at 904-268-5549 or visit our website at www.mandarinumc.com and click on Permanent Endowment Fund inside the Ministries drop-down menu. Thank you and have a blessed day.